Danielle Hagler, Nelson County Cooperative Extension Agent for 4-H Youth Development. And today on Cooking with the Community, we'll be joining Kazel Billings, teacher and coach, as he walks us through how to make sweet potato chili. We'll also learn some interesting facts about agriculture in Nelson County, get some health tips from Terry, and learn about community agencies that help families in need in Nelson County.
I'm a piece of broccoli. Run, 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 run. It's good for your body. Eat your vegetables. And some broccoli too.
What's going on, guys? My name is Kazel Billings, and I am a special education teacher and a high school football coach from Thomas Nelson High School. I was approached and asked if I wanted to be a part of this Cooking with the Community, and I thought it'd be a great opportunity. So, guys, today I am going to cook up a little bit of autumn sweet potato chili. It's pretty simple. It's got 160 calories. And it only takes a few minutes. So the ingredients are, you need a 15-ounce can of sweet potatoes, a tablespoon of chili powder, a 16-ounce jar of salsa, 2 15-ounce cans of black beans, and water to achieve your desired consistency. So if you look over here, and I'll let the camera lady bring the camera over here. I got a bowl of sweet potatoes right there. I got my black beans. I got my salsa, and I got my chili powder. What we're gonna do is, I got this saucepan right here. I already got the burner on. So I'm going to first pour my sweet potatoes into the saucepan, like such. All right, and now I'm going to take the salsa and I'm going to do the same thing. All right. And now I'm going to take the chili powder and dump her in there. And just like that, now I'm going to take this little spatula and mix it all together. Oh, well, I'll make a mess. So I got my burner about on medium. I'm gonna let that cook for a little bit. It's gonna, once it comes to a boil, we'll start with the next step. All right, so we finally have this at a boil. So I'm gonna turn it down a little bit, let it simmer. Also, something I forgot to mention at the very beginning of the video is that you do not want to drain your sweet potatoes or your black beans. You want to leave the liquid in there. So as you can see, I have the liquid still in the beans. Now that we have this at a boil, what we're going to do is we're going to take the beans and we're going to add it to our little creation here. All right, so that was 2 15-ounce cans of beans. All right, and again, I'm just gonna mix it all together here. As you can see, the camera panning in. All right, I got it mixed a little bit. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave it there, and we're gonna let it cook for about 3 minutes. All right, so it's been about 3 minutes. I want to check it, make sure it's not too thick in here. It seems all right to me. If it is thick, you can add some water, you can add some water to thin it out. But right now, it seems pretty good, so I don't really need to add any water there. After you've let it cook for about 3 minutes with your beans, your creation is done here. So I'm gonna take some out of here. Grab my little bowl right here. Pour it on in there. And making messes, as always. All right. So You can, on the side, you can have some cheese, sour cream, and if the camera lady will come over here, I'll show you. Alright, I got my cheese, I got my sour cream. You can also have cilantro. I do not have any of that, but that is also something else you can add on the side. So again, my name is Casel Billings. This was the autumn sweet potato chili. Enjoy.
Hi there, my name is Nicole Howard and I'm one of the 4-H agents here in Nelson County. And today I have an ag fact about sheep and goats. As you can see, some goats hanging out here behind me. So there are about 3,800 farms in Kentucky that have goats on them. And there are about 1,750 farms in Kentucky with sheep on them. And so sheep can be used for their wool or for meat, and then goats can be used similarly to cattle. They can be used for either dairy or for their meat.
The Nutrition Education Program strives to assist limited resource families and individuals to become healthier. And so we provide education on food resource management, food safety, and food preparation as well, so that even with a limited income, that they're able to be the healthiest person that they can be. Families, for parents, for caregivers, for grandparents, they truly want to do the best that they can for that next generation that they're raising. But sometimes they just don't have the resources. We are trying to address the barriers that they face within those communities, not just with our participants, but with the County Extension Office and with others in the community, organizations and agencies, so that we can truly make an impact. I get to see the work sometimes firsthand that happens in our communities, families who a loved one has lost their job and they were able to maintain the food security throughout the time that that loved one was without a job. We've also worked with people who are in transition, so either through recovery centers or who are, in the case of FNEP, are incarcerated. So when they are released, they're able to kind of share that information again with their family, but also use that in kind of the betterment of themselves as well. Because we're a part of the university system and specifically Cooperative Extension Service, we have access to 120 county offices all across the state. And we are very lucky to have a dedicated staff at the Nutrition Education Program who, regardless of what their roles and responsibilities are, at the heart of why they're here is because they have a love for helping limited resource families. So you will see at extension offices at all 120 counties, people who truly are dedicated to making the lives of really their neighbors better. We want to make sure that we're reaching everyone that we can in each of our communities, small or large, throughout the state, so that the healthy choice is the easier choice in those communities.